No. Dear Anton over there? The poor sod was meant for the battlefield, not intrigue. The business of espionage is often cold, but thanks to the laws of Canley, Anton and I have kept intimate enough closeness as to make it. I freely admit I mix my business and pleasure. One should not do these things judiciously. Relish your success, and you shall imbibe, pardon me, living in the heat and lingering Fremen stink erodes civility. I am Levenbrecht Maxim Kazmir, intelligence officer of great House Hakonnan. Brazen and eager, I can work with that. I'd say it's about building trust, but this is a game of intrigue, so we'll deal in... You see, my job is to... My last promising asset up and vanished while on the trail of an Atreides agent. Are they dead? Are they deep into their cups? It is the Atreides agent. Is the... Speak with Anton. Act agreeable. He will ask you for assistance.
Do you aspire to contribute to something bigger than yourself? What you just witnessed was the product of 10 centuries of bad blood between House Atreides and House Harkonnen. You're not wrong. That is the product of several years of bile between I and my loathsome counterpart over... The laws of Canley prevent either of us from doing what our knives are so eager to do. In accordance with the Great Convention, Canley is enactment of a formal feud. Its rules keep conflicts between the Great House. I am Anton Tolliver. I serve proudly as a soldier for House Atreides. However, my superiors deem me useful for more. My house seeks assets in this wretched war. Trust is not an easy thing in a war of assassins. But I have a task that needs doing. One of our undercover agents went missing. Find the agent. I'm giving you the... I'm pleased to see you again.
Day 5 surveillance report. Hakonnan hard target 42M. The facility maintains round-the-clock house shielding. The shield has dropped briefly on 2 occasions since the last report. In both cases, it was to facilitate the landing of Curiathopters. I understand that locating Captain Skorda is now my #1 priority, but so far, I've seen no one matching his description. I'm maintaining careful surveillance. Update. I must express my concerns about the tenability of this position. A few hours ago, I observed a path of the mountains, having a good heart look in this direction. Don't know if I've made or not, but my relief is now overdue. Keep watch as long as possible. Atreides.
Nice to see you again. Never a dull moment. Oh, yes. Yes. Success is definitely my favorite drug. Now, give it to me. Yes. Yes. My hands and my... You are indeed resourceful. Unlike the lots I've to... You shouldn't know that name. But you do exceed expectations. I believe this is the start of a beautiful... The dead man was a spy, trailing one Lieutenant Ty Skorda, an Atreides deserter. This is a delicate matter for the Atreides. You see, Duke Leto himself intervened on Skorda's behalf a few years ago. It would be quite the scandal. I wish I knew what Skorda is up to. They may know up the chain, but my temporary demotion deprives me of certain resources. Your presumption is sweet, but misplaced. I collect deniable assets. But I suspect a fair question. Your success becomes my success, and vice versa. Help me get out of this dung heap, and I'll bring you with me. I must get out of this place. I must again... That's the beauty of being an undercover and deniable asset. Your movements are unrestricted. You're as likely to get shot or stabbed as anyone else. I always have tasks that need doing. Do they? Our target resides near the Atreides fort. Do not distract from your task with questions. For now, focus on the... Still alive? Well, oh, this delights me greatly. Someone who is adept at both combat and persuasion is ready. Yes, I see opportunity in you. However, I desire for our fortunes to rise together. There is a solution to our... Excellent. Anton's honor is an exposed nerve. Help me forge a document proving his cowardice. I spared no expense getting hold of an official Atreides seal. I also had a local pickpocket filch his military ID. I hired the best forger around. The document is impeccable. The Kirab hired to tell... Here is the contract. Bring me back some fab... Yes. I desire for... Excellent. Anton's... I also had... The Kirab hired... Here is the contract. Bring me... Yes. I desire for our... Excellent. Anton's... I also had... The Kirab... Here is the contract. Bring me... Yes. I see your...
can get a lacquer drug just by burning a lacquer wood. But the smoke won't do much beyond making you not care if you live or die. That's why they give it to gladiators. Makes them fierce. But we'll need to put the Alaka ash through a crystal extraction process to get pure Samuta. A shot of those purified crystals triggered by some Samuta music, and you are in ecstasy.
You look ready for Oh, yes, yes, yes. Such a flawless document. Such a pretty lie. That sanctimonious sod is going to suffer, and it makes me all but quiver in pleasure. Oh, no.
I'm pleased to see you again. What's this? What? This is nonsense. I showed no cowardice on the battlefield. This never happened. This document is false. It's petty lies. Maxim put you up to this, didn't... Do you honestly think I would compromise my honor for the sake of vanity, for the sake of a clean record? This is a desperate move. But what I've done for my house, for my... You're a monster. Very well. Damn you. I will look the other way regarding the Skorda case, for the moment. When the Hakonnan use you, betray you, and throw you away, and they will, come see me about getting retribution.
You look ready for bigger and better things. I saw. Masterfully done. Hand me those documents, just in case you have a change of... To see that knightly fool humbled... It's all I imagined and more. You, my sweet agent, have earned a place at the table. We will do great and terrible things, you and I. However, be advised that any betrayal after this point... There are, of course, perks. I pulled a few strings to grant you access to exclusive Hakonnan vendors. You can thank me later. What's more, you can now align your opportunity ripens, and the fruits of your labor have paid off. Do you recall the man you framed was a simple merchant? One with ties to the Atreides. Now, he's been wrongly... That's the beauty of it. The vilified sod was killed by regretful Atreides deserters, desperate to get into Duke Leto's good graces once again. And now, for the crown jewel of this masterpiece. You will find the deserters and finish them up. I assume nothing. it's you. Let's get to work. Is that so? I suppose there is risk in relying on unscrupulous intelligence. All the worthwhile missions are dangerous, but I think you know that. See? Nothing to worry about. The Atreides infighting will soon begin, a fine show to watch, and I will be one step closer to my glorious return. So eager. Good. I am compiling an impressive list of your successes. Hardly any embellishment on my part. Ah, it's you. Let's get to work. Oh, yes. Let me feast my eyes upon them at once. Oh, excellent. Yes, yes, yes. My superiors will be quite pleased with me for that. Of course, of course. The desert sun mummifies my vocal organ and I misspeak. I cherish your contribution. The rewards will come. Then allow me to glut you on opportunity and carnage. Military deserters have become an epidemic on Arrakus. We must... I thought... Ah, it's you. Let's get to work. Such brutality sends a message to the rest. Violence is a solution, but horror is preventative. Prevention is better than a cure. An entire Hakonnan unit tucked tail and ran. Worse, they have some sensitive documents. Get said documents. Hurting anyone along the way is a bonus. Remember, those documents...
Welcome, honored guest. Dr. Natalia Manis here, head of testing station number 29. My fellow station leads are constantly reminding me of what a plum assignment this station is, located as it is.
Nico, surprise. I'm not dead. I just figured we'd all end up that way if we kept up this stupid war. That fat pig of a Baron doesn't give a crap about us. So I found a way out. Not just out, but out, as in off-world. So here's the thing. We've got room for one more. If you're ready to leave this worm-riddled sandpit, just start spending time at that dive tea house in Windsack. I'll find you there.
I see someone. Where's my
cosmetics to cover tattoos, all skin tones. Harko vendors have these civilian footwear. Arrakin vendors get everyone's sizes. Don't buy them from one place or all at the same time. Luggage. Aside from the bags, we'll need some civilian crap to fill them. They need to be convincing if searched by guild security. No military gear. No Hakonnan equipment. No mistakes.
Ellis, please contact the guild rep and arrange passage home for the employees whose records you'll find enclosed. This is everyone who is scheduled to rotate off-world this cycle. And no, your file is not included. You still have 2 more years of eating dust with the rest of us. Sorry.
Welcome, honored guest. Dr.
Ah, it's you. Let's get to work. Really? I've been looking for a way back up the ladder, and your talents are key. A rising tide will raise us both. It has to. It must. Don't really. Do you think so? What an interesting theory. You speak in such... It's you. Where have you been? Where? An immense opportunity is within our grasp, and we must seize it. There is a former Atreides hero. I have it on good authority that Kloros was once thick as thieves with Captain Tai Skorda. She knows something about these escapades. Even as a turncoat, Kloros won't talk to an obvious Harkonnen, so I must send you. Make all haste.
Take it you're not a heat mirage. Who are you? Bit late for that. Even if I wasn't dying, there's no going back now. Anton always was sweet. And naive. I envy that. He was practically a kid when I trained him. An orphan turned soldier. Guess I filled in for something he was missing. My family's been with the Atreides since time out of mind. Not nobles. Never far up the chain. But our fates have always been tied with that house. That's all gone now. The ceremonies fade from memory. The medals have no weight. Maybe Skorda figured that out. Maybe he was never the ally I thought he was. He was my brother in blood. Saved each other's lives more than once. He was always elusive. He always had this ability to make you look the other way. Like the time the Duke himself stepped in on his behalf. Or that last favor he had. I was commander of the Catheria. Skorda asked me to carry some cargo aboard. No records, no questions. Smuggling, sure. I agreed to all that. That's just how it was with Skorda. We got ambushed over Arrakus. The Catheria, the Delphus, and the Euphoria. All shot down. It'd be a kindness not to answer. But it's not far. Just over yonder. But if you're looking for Skorda's cargo, you're too late. Bandits came in that night. They went straight for it. They knew it was something valuable. The only one who could have known those particular containers were of any significance. Damn you. Wasn't what it seemed. Whatever it was. Every crash survivor who came in contact with it eventually died. And they didn't die well. I held each of them while their bodies liquefied. While they screamed for loved ones not there. I think my body held out so they wouldn't have to die alone. But I'm fading fast. Skorda betrayed me. I called and called. When I finally contacted my superiors, they were worried about diseases or contamination. Time passed. A lot of it. I marked it in the deaths of my crew. Finally, call came in. She told me to leave the sick behind. They couldn't risk taking them back. I don't think there was ever a plan to help us. I think we were just a petri dish to be studied. Poor Anton. He's getting the hint. I could tell. He's just slower to let the ideals go. You tell him, I did my duty as I saw it. You tell him that. Ship's log. A trading vessel, Catheria. Captain Katrina Chloros reporting. Although our local defense conduit is functioning, where is our relief? We are desperately short of water, and we are continuously attacked by parties of deserters out to steal what little we have left. And now, an unknown illness is downing my crew. They're dropping like flies, on the verge of death. We've scoured the cargo for everything we can use. That includes Captain Scorda's personal hush-hush edition. It makes no sense. Why smuggle this onto Arrakus? What is Scorda playing at? My people are dying. Why has our house forsaken us? Where is our relief?
I think this is it. My legs feel like jelly. My face too. The others that stay here are gone. God, if that's what awaits me. I should have been braver. Gone out with my guns blazing against those deserters instead of this. Let it be known that I'll blast it all. Whoever finds this, just get out.
Let's go!
I heard a whisper you were headed my way. Correct, darling. I presume you have a report for me? Excellent. Congratulations. You are not only out from under Maxim, you now rank above him. Don't worry about Maxim. He fell from disgrace long ago. Poor impulse control. The architect of his own destruction. He's a quintessential Hakonnan. This game we play is built on lies, so let's start our relationship off with a scandalous truth. I despise the Hakonnan. They are all loathsome, from the pig of a baron at the top, all the way down to that pathetic grease stain formerly known as Maxim Kazmir. I'll let you in on a little secret, darling. It's not about whom you serve, but what you can accomplish while lurking in their bloated shadow. I've been watching, and between you and Maxim, you're clearly the asset. So what happens now is we toast to his demise. Cheers. Would you like to see dear Maxim dead? I want your full attention on this mysterious and delightfully gruesome ailment afflicting so many of late. Is it a new disease? I think not. The probabilities indicate it's a substance, something spreading about Arrakeen where many of the deaths have occurred. But we must move swiftly. My Mentat counterpart among the Atreides, Andrea Gannon, is on the case. She has home advantage in Arrakeen, which is why I need an incognito agent. Gannon has no sense of humor, but don't underestimate her. What she lacks in personality, she makes up for in mental aptitude. I want you to look into the sandflies. They're a labor movement, mostly disgruntled dune workers turned bandit band. The sandflies are organized but decentralized, more like roaches than an ant hive, which makes them regrettably difficult to wipe out. Well, the sandflies suffered a similar gory malady as Arrakin, only their outbreak occurred just before the one in the city. That's our starting point. My intel suggests they were involved with Captain Skorda and the Kytheria wreck. Raid one of their camps and bring me more juicy information. Remember, you're still a deniable asset. That's part of your charm.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching. Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching. Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Marwin, I'm glad to hear you have the field site in operation. We'll soon be sending new recruits to you as part of their field training. These are good Dune men who know how to work. Get them started with assembling ammunition and small arms. The men love nothing better than crafting their own gear. Well done, Marwin. You are a credit to this enterprise.
I heard a whisper you were headed my way. Very good. Give me your findings. Well done, darling. Let me just run that name through my network. Next, we find the unfortunately named Trip. Let's see. Yes, my web reaches everywhere, darling. And the little spiders I employ work very fast. Don't be jealous, darling. I'm going to tell you what Peter DeVries told me. You are my absolute favorite. At least so long as you prove useful. Clever, clever little spider. You're more clever than I gave you credit for. Now go give Trip Yates a good shake and see what information tumbles out of him. I have no doubt. Details, as always, are in the contract.
Hey, friend, what can I do you for, huh? That's so. Maybe it's old Trip's lucky day. Information is like currency, right? As valuable as gold or spice. Well, maybe not spice. What you offering? Hey, no need to get ugly. I'll talk. Yeah, tell you anything you want to know. Everyone knows you can trust old Trip. You know, yeah, it's just medical supplies to take to... Alright, don't be that way. Was it medical supplies? I don't know what it was. Honest, it kind of thing that attracts scary folk. You know what I mean? Someone called the Red Scorpion got in touch with the Sandflies to hire me to transport the cargo. It's no questions asked kind of vibe. You know what I mean? Word on the wind is serious folk are after this. Crime lords, spies, maybe even Imperials. Well, that's all I know. Swear to spice. Alright. I heard the rumour that this Red Scorpion can be found at an old testing station. So, can I go now? My cargoes won't smuggle themselves.
I heard a whisper you were headed the Red Scorpion. Oh, yes. I have a dossier on him. Real name, Turgan Hoyer. A distressed little bird, recently caught in my web. Said he's holed up in Desert Testing Station number 142. Get the information.
Greetings from Hassel Seraphim, Director of Desert Testing Station number 140. The mission of Station 142 is to explore this planet's seismic and volcanic history and outlook. We are further responsible for running extensive mineral surveys intended to locate potentially valuable resources. This location was selected as being not only ideal for deep seismic probes, but also because it rests on several rich mineral deposits.
Shield on! Someone's here!
My friends, had enough of the toil and hazards of spice harvesting. Tired of grinding your fingers to the bone so the nobles may feast while your family starves? Isn't it time some of that hard-won wealth is returned to you and yours? The Sandflies are a brotherhood of honest and loyal dudemen like you, who are simply sick and tired of breaking our backs for the wealthy, while our loved ones suffer and die. Join us and help to share the spoils of Dune amongst those who risk their lives to harm.
Greetings from Hassel Seraphim, Director of Desert Testing Station number 1. The mission of Station...
had a good thing going here, but you pushed it too far. You started to believe your own speeches. I thought you were smarter than that. Well,
I was in Harko yesterday, and I overheard a pair of Hakonnan officers talking about the movement and mentioning the Red Scorpion. Not the sand flies, but the Red Scorpion specifically. I know you like the attention, and now you're going to reap what you sow. If you're lucky, the house troopers will find you before the horde of Solari-hungry mercenaries. Me, I'm going back to the smugglers. Good luck, Red Scorpion.
Someone's here.
Our time is near. And while the Hakonnan and Atreides enjoy the privileges of Canley to indulge their ancient feuds, workers die in the fields, gathering the very wealth that supports them. Without us, they are nothing. They are few, we are legion. We are the people. And in the name of the people, I say it's time they take warning. It is time they learn this is Arrakus. Anything that you tread upon can be lethal. When a scorpion is ground beneath a heel, it strikes back, and its sting is deadly. Soon we will have the strength to show them. Soon we will have the strength to strike, and strike we will. In the name of the Red Scorpion, in the name of the Sandflies, and in the name of the people.
Greetings from Hassel Seraphim, Director of Desert Testing.
I heard a whisper you were headed my way. That missing canister sounds promising. Let's see your report. Interesting. They have notations of payments made and a delivery to the Stone Sentinel. We need to act fast. Get to the Stone Sentinel immediately and bring me back information on the... Consider this.
We need to recruit some medical people into the movement. A real physician would be nice, but any sort of chemist or medic would be a start. We've had several folks taken ill, and there's not a lot we can do for them out here. The whole crew that flew off with Yates on that salvage recovery job have come down sick. Some of them are in a real bad way. People are blaming that bad spice that's supposed to be going around. No one wants to go near them now. Poor souls.
I heard a whisper you were headed my way. I'll take a look at what you have. That falls in line with the Sandfly's illegal spice trade. Disappointing. I was hoping for something stranger. Still, we should test that sample. I'm sending the sample in for analysis. In the meantime, I want you to report to Peter de Vries, the Baron's own twisted mentat. A frightful genetic concoction of the Benitolexu, taking the standard mentat in directions some might find. Peter underestimates me for being a normal mentat, his one blind spot. Mad geneticists may not have tinkered with me, but I can be quiet. While I'm loath to share recognition, I won't make the same mistakes as Peter cultivates me as a trick up his sleeve should the Baron no longer require him. Perhaps you'll be a trick up my sleeve against Peter. And even if not, you've proven yourself to be a valuable asset in my devious trade. Tell him we're hot on the trail of Skorda. I leave that to your judgment. Consider it also.
Something approaches me. In order to determine if it is an aid or an impediment to my plans, I must dissect it. Now, your message. Quickly. Yes, enough about you. Tell me about this fascinating investigation the two of you are conducting. I've read the reports. Tell me something new. A hasty promise. I'll hold you to it. And what of this mystery substance he's involved with? Have you learned anything regarding it? Now that is interesting. And you let it all spill out of you like a gaping wound. Simon has not taught you how to keep your cards. Such slavering loyalty. What else? Of course she does. We've made dozens of plots to ruin the other. Yet here we both stand. I know no higher form of respect. If neither of us plots your ruin soon, you'll have my permission to take it as a personal slight. This conversation has run its course. Return to Simone, tell her I want that substance and its analysis as soon as it... Be advised, I already know the truth to answers you gave. I always know. Look over your shoulder. Leave the light on. Sleep tight.
Well, the plot... You don't say. Peter has instructed that the tainted spice sample is to be delivered to a third party so as not to draw attention. It feels suspicious, but if all goes well, you will be properly rewarded. I'll send you the rendezvous point.
Who's that? Identify. Enemy found! Found you! Shoot! Shield on! Found you! Enemy found! Shield on! I'll got you! Eyes on target. You're leaving here alive! Shields up! Eyes on enemy! Eyes on hostile! Shield on! Incoming!
Well, the plot thickens, darling. Was it now? Do tell. And yet you're still alive, darling. Most impressive. Clearly my mentor, Peter, is clipping away loose ends. We must be very... Peter is too big a threat now. You will take that tainted spice and poison his food with it. Poison snoopers will... I will take Peter's place, and you will advance more swiftly with me at the head. I'll make a much more pleasant superior than De Vries, I assure you.
What do you have for me? I told you at our first meeting, I always know. However, I am delighted you chose to deliver this oh my, no. I adore... As a mentat, I know when the Baron will send the executioner. He will hold back just so long as I am useful. To move sooner would be... wasteful, and I am yet of much use. I instill such lessons in Simone. When I must keep vigilant and constantly diversify. Simone set the ambush on you. The package she gave you contained no poison. It was already in my Simuda. You were a distraction, and I might be dead if an underling of mine hadn't been suffering such horrible withdrawals as to make him dare to use my stash. Oh, Simone still has her uses, and she's a vicious delight. But I'll be putting her to uses other than this. As for you, we must know the origins of this bad spice. I detect an imperial hand at play. We shall trace the lines of probability back to Skorda. He has answers that can be cut. All probabilities lead to a naive Atreides trooper. I cannot go to
Hi, is there something you need? You are you? Well, who's asking? Yeah, I heard he got jumped by mercenaries when he tried to go off-world. Happy to help. Skorda's a hero of mine. I was just a street dog on Caladan. I messed up. I was on my way to a prison planet. But Skorda, see, he was in the constabulary. He saw something in me. Skorda covered it up for me. Got me set up as a recruit in the Atreides House Forces. And here I am now. Right. Last I saw, Skorda was talking to one of them weirdo cult recruiters in town. I could see one of them.
Greetings. May the tyrant worm bless you. May your fluids honor him. May we all be drained of doubts and the poisons of a sick society. And the coils of providence bring you to us. I am a Naib of the Masquerette. I am a teacher. I am a recruiter. We follow the holy tremis of Shai Hulud, as interpreted by our Sayadina Nala. Oh yes, a promising convert. Come to our learning center in the...
In the name of the Red Duke, I'm authorized to trade with those who have the favor of the Lens Red.
Tonight, we focus on the pulse of our desert world, politics. From the halls of the governor's palace to the deepest Fremen sietches, power is shifting like the dunes. Let's dive in. The Atreides ascendant.
do you have for me? Congratulations, you're a natural at being a ritualistic lunatic. I admire your relish for skullduggery, but there's no time to create a proper cover. Besides, I already have an agent. I have received whispers that mysterious mercenaries attacked Skorda. He made a daring escape. Is Skorda a true believer, or is he using the cult as a shield? Attack the cult directly. I'll dust off.
You've entered Desert Botanical Testing Station number 163. I'm Dr. Wynn.
Greetings, Ignis. I send this note to let you know we have been fortunate in the face of world and weather, and have found some items I'm certain will interest you. You should be arriving at your excellent oasis in a matter of 2 or 3 days. I hope you'll be able to accommodate us in usual fashion.
Power, once again. I am not interested in your revolution. Please stop trying to recruit me or my men. As for the business we discussed, it turns out I have some of the vehicle components you're looking for. I would be open to supplying them to you at the right price. I've added notes to your list. But first, I'm missing 2 of my crew, Silas and Enoch. They went missing near your territory and are long overdue. Some of our guys think you may have bewitched them with your subversive nonsense. But I said, that's impossible. You wouldn't be stupid enough to cross us like that, would you?
Anil, imprint the following message in your bird and send it to the Sayadina at once. Revered Sayadina, we discovered one of the ancient testing stations brimming with water and occupied by scavengers. We have taken their water for Shai-Hulud. I ask for your command regarding this sacred bounty. Naib Jorba.
Jorba, I received your message regarding our ailing and absent brother. You say you found the name Skorda amid his abandoned personal effects. I wonder why he chose to hide it from us. It saddens me that he has fled from his holy duty to train our militant adepts. But if he has grown as ill as you say, then he is a threat to us all. I want no sickness near my person. Is not my personal health and well-being vital to the faith? No doubt he has learned of this commandment and fled to save his life. Sad breach of faith. Take your adept and hunt him down. One of our watchmen saw him fleeing to the northwest. He cannot have gotten far in such a state. Find him, kill him, and burn the remains. Do not risk your life.
Naib, the bird has returned bearing this message from the Sayadina.
Jorba, Shai-Hulud truly honors us. First with our victory at Maisa Turil, and now these rich spoils you have taken. Our blind brethren of the Ikhwan Bedouin would hoard that water for themselves. Such greed angers Shai-Hulud. Small wonder they have fled away in shame. But we, the faithful, remain to serve the Maker in all things. What you have won will be his in good time. But more scavengers are certain to come seeking our prize. Remain, and take their water as well. Nala.
Identify yourself. Reveal yourself.
You've entered Desert Botanical Testing Station number 160.
Well, who the hell sent you? Well, isn't that flattering? Do a bow, a curtsy. Don't think I can manage either. Oh, but hell with it. I'm dying. Don't rightly know. We found it on Ix, something I whipped up. We took it as spoils. Easy money. Our own little spice trade. Didn't know the stuff was powdered death till the Catheria crashed. Then my crew the Catheria getting shot down complicated things. When it crashed, I had to leave my post to recover one of the containers. Had to leave my sick mates behind. Tried to get off-world with what I'd earned but I got ambushed by mercenaries. I evaded them and hid by joining the Masquerette, playing the part of a good little convert. Then I got sick, and Nala and Jorba turned on me. I fled, and this is where I fell. I know one or two more secrets. Real bangers. Now you're talking sense. You're starting to get to the real truth. It doesn't matter whether this house or that house wins. Dukes, barons, emperors. The Atreides and Hakonnan have fought for 10,000 years. Stars will burn out before these royal bastards stop their self-indulgent puppet show. Honor. Duty. Just strings to make us dance. I did my duty. I waded through a sea of guts. I'm done squeezing stones for blood. We should squeeze them. No. I'll tell if it'll help stop this sickness. But when it's over, ask yourself if what you get from the houses is worth what they The Delphus and the Euphoria were shot down into the Sheol. Now you know. That's not a win. It's a curse. You'll draw their attention now. Don't know. So far up it'd give you a nosebleed to know. Don't know who they are, but they scare the shine out of me.
What do you have for me? Both ships were shot down in the same ambush convoy as the Cathedral. What do you have for me? I must have those containers. They sit in the irradiate wastelands of Sheol, but I'm more convinced than ever that they're secrets. Now that is a level of self-interest and maniacal ambition I can respect. This task won't be easy. The land is radioactive, and I have word that the Atreides have found one of the ships already. The Emperor declared the region off limits. Find and infiltrate the Atreides held ship. Recover the bad spice and all of its The Emperor declared... What do you have for me? Show me. But carefully. Carefully? I find those who can accomplish the impossible to be just adequate for what comes next. I think you're ready. You recovered something important enough to draw Imperial notice. That moves you to whole new vistas of intrigue. I can guide you on the twisted path. From this new playfield, we can set things in motion that can not only win the war, but raise us above the threat of our enemies. Or our Baron. I am saying it is time for you to meet Glossu Rabban, the beast himself. What do you have for me? Well, you're asking the proper questions, protégé. My suspicions were all but confirmed when the Emperor declared a non-combat zone. You have been paying attention. I think I'll keep you. According to Skorda, Ixian leadership was involved with this tainted spice. What are the technocrats up to? The highest levels of Ixian power plus an Imperial cover-up equals a terrible secret. Shock such a secret and you'll find an exquisite pearl of blackmail, one that can manipulate the Imperium itself. When you and I pull the strings and make emperors dumb. What do you have for me? For now, I have no use for you until I finish a thorough analysis. So very intriguing. Just a small amount wrought such havoc in Arrakeen. This could lead to a weapon that wins the war. Or a noose of blackmail capable of choking people at the topmost levels of power. In the meantime, keep your tongue. What do you have for me?
To talk face to face, so to speak. I am Count Hazimir Fenring. I serve the Emperor as observer and confidant, and I keep his Sardaukar from getting too far off the leash. You've heard the expression, the spice must flow. I am the man who ensures that it continues to do so. So, having established who I am, we turn to you. An escaped prisoner, a survivor. But every person carries their past with them. What is noteworthy is this sequence of events. A crashed prison transport. An escaped prisoner rescued by the outlaws Antara. Finally, an insidious form of compulsion that forces the subject to kill themselves rather than be subject to my presence. Do you remember who gave you this compulsion? Do you? As you will, then. And then Zantara rescues you from the wreckage of the ship. My truth be told, I am less interested in the outlaw. The Sardaukar want his head, but my interests rarely align with those of the Imperial Legion. No, I am mostly interested in whoever did this to you. I can use someone like you. Someone who can survive in difficult situations. And in return, for now, do nothing. Enjoy your freedom. But when you are ready, make your... That will let her know who you are. Be discreet. We've spoken long enough. I will have the guards return your weapons and put you out in the street. I leave you with this. Do not waste sorrow over the aristocracy of misfortune. You have your life to live.
I've been waiting for you. No, not Fremen. Don't let them get inside your head, off-worlder. I'm Imperium born and bred, just like you. The Sardaukar let you go. Either you told them something valuable enough to buy your freedom, work for him. Why? This compulsion. Fenring seems unusually interested in you. I warn you, off-worlder, he's a dangerous man. He's one of the best duelists in the Imperium, but he is the Emperor's right hand. Man whoever gave you this compulsion must not want their secrets or knowledge of your mission to fall into... Do nothing, off-worlder. Carry on exactly as Fenring has asked. He's almost... Meet his contact. I'll do what I always do, off-worlder. Make sure you don't get killed.